Hello everyone, my name is Abnation, and today I will be doing my first ever drama-filled video. So here we go. Today's video is going to be about a YouTuber that I had a lot of time spent watching. He was definitely a very big part of my preteen and early teen years, and I'm sure many of you guys know him. JackSepticEye recently was almost canceled on Twitter. Apparently we're doing that now. Personally, I haven't really seen much about this. I heard about it from someone else, and then it took me a little bit of research to even find the tweets from it. I didn't even really see anything about this besides from an article and by word of mouth. I don't know if I go onto Jack's Twitter if I can find it or not. I'd have to check, and if I can, I'll put it in. So if you look on the screen, you will see a tweet sent by Jack. So Sean tweeted, "Imagine not having a PS5 with this picture." And it was kind of not well received by fans. You had some saying, "Imagine being a jerk about it," to which others were saying, "Imagine not being able to afford one, let alone rent because of this pandemic, but go off." And other people talking about, take a joke, until the joke hits them differently in situations. I really hope Sean doesn't become one of those people. Sean entirely meant this as a joke. However, many people got offended about that because they themselves feel like they can't afford a PS5, and with times being tough right now with the pandemic, they felt that it was outlandish and unjustified. Another person commented and said, "I remember spending countless hours watching you early on, slowly seeing the change with success. Then once you started the clothing line with Mark, it was obvious you milked your young fan base for money, impressing them by simply screaming curse words. Good on you, though." Personally, I don't see why his clothing line needed to be brought up. I understand where people may argue that, yes, the only reason he brought up this clothing line was to make more money. However, personally, I believe that Sean has done a lot in terms of charity. I think he was just a big part of helping with the game theory charities that happened. And yes, he's making money off of his viewers, and his viewers support him. But if they wanted to donate on his channel when he streams, or join his channel as a member and donate every month to that, they'd be donating and they wouldn't get as much in return as they do with clothing. So that is just another argument that could be made in Sean's defense, because if you really look at it, it gives them something tangible to have rather than just, here is money, I'm going to give you money monthly, but I'm not really getting much out of it besides maybe a title in a Discord server or a title on a YouTube channel, which I know a lot of channel creators, myself included, feel that I would rather be able to give someone something tangible that they pay for one time that may be a little more expensive that one time as a way to support me, rather than them continuously supporting me through smaller amounts that don't have anything tangible in them, just because it's not really fair. I know that people love to support their favorite YouTubers, their favorite streamers, but for a lot of us, it comes off as, we're just kind of taking that money and not really giving much in return. So to me, I feel like the clothing line was fine. He did it with Markiplier, and it really just gave them something to give back to the fans, even though, yes, the fans were paying for it. But merchandise is always something that is done by YouTubers. However, there were some in defense of Jack. For example, JackSepticEye was canceled for a joke. He's done a ton for charity, but I don't like the joke, so he sucks. That's kind of what I was just talking about. And then they said Twitter's getting even more toxic. That's what I was just talking about with how he has done so much in terms of charity. He has given back so much to the community and to the people who watch him, the people who need it most. And I feel that, yes, he made a joke, and I understand where people are coming from with being offended by this joke. However, with the picture that he put, you can kind of tell that it was a joke. It wasn't anything serious. He wasn't trying to be offensive, anything like that. Moxie tweeted and said, I also saw that apparently JackSepticEye got quote-unquote canceled for a joke. Isn't Twitter just amazing? And one more tweet that said, someone want to explain why JackSepticEye is being canceled over a joke with a lot of question marks. I don't think this was really anything overly canceling to Sean. I think it was more so just people being upset and kind of hating on it. But it is kind of similar to the odds one out situation as stated here. It is a little different, but it is similar, and it's really interesting to look at because the odds one out situation just recently happened. A lot of you guys watching this are probably from Trevor's channel, and so you've probably seen the video that he made about the odd ones out and that situation, the joke and everything like that. So I do think it's really interesting seeing that, especially at the end of 2020, there's a lot of jokes that have been happening that are kind of being taken to the extreme in terms of cancel culture. I don't think Sean's situation here was anything nearly as bad as the odd ones out situation, but it is really interesting to look at. Jack did come out and say, so many people actually got mad about this tweet. It's just a joke, guys. I think it's pretty obvious that I would never define people by material things they have. I remember when I was growing up and I was watching Jack, that was something he always kind of talked about, was just not judging people by material things. And yes, he cursed and he said a lot of curse words and he raged a lot and screamed a lot. But there were also a lot of videos where he would just stand there and have a heart-to-heart with the viewers, even though he wasn't directly talking to anyone. He would just kind of go off on these tangents about life and how he felt and not judging people and trying to see the best in everyone. And then Robin had to make a joke with Jack and say, a PS5 singular? Don't you technically have 3 at your place? Let's not downplay it now. To which Jack said, you're right, imagine not having 3 in your house. And then did the same kind of picture that he did the first time around. You had people who obviously were against Jack, and you had people who were for Jack. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to how you feel, what you believe in. Personally, I don't feel like Sean needs to be canceled entirely over this joke. I do think people are in the right to have the opinion to be offended. They have every right to feel that way. They have every right to be upset by the joke because times are tough right now. However, we shouldn't justify completely canceling him when he has done so much for people in terms of charity and everything like that, when he really didn't mean any ill will by it. I know lots of YouTubers who just tweet the randomest jokes and they normally don't get a lot of flack for it. You guys are welcome to feel however you want. Let me know down in the comments, though, how you feel about the situation, if you had even heard about the situation. And don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't yet so you can see more. I do plan on doing more drama-filled videos. I think that a lot of you guys will like them, and I think that they could be kind of fun to mess with. So we're definitely going to give it a shot. But until next time, guys, thank you. Have a good one. Peace.